Hello everybody and welcome to Europa Universalis 4, where we of course are continuing our game, our mega campaign from Crusader Kings, where we conquered the entire map on 12 January 1418. Well, that's at least when we stopped there. We've got a lot of work to do though, to get this import set up for Europa. One of the main reasons I say that is... yikes. Look at all of these forts. Now, we are currently paying 336 ducats per month in fort maintenance. That's a lot. Our religious unity is a bit of a problem right now. We can fulfill some missions, which is not shocking. We can do Rising Flame right now. And what does that actually get us? A permanent claim on some regions. Okay, sure. That's not hugely important. Keepers of Fire gets us a permanent claim on the Persia region. We already have that. Restore Persia, huh? Well, we'll work on that eventually. We can grab the Spice Trade, and that will give us 2 mercantilism and a trade efficiency. And we can complete the Silk Road instantly as well. Fantastic. What else can we do here? We could select a naval doctrine. That sounds like a terrible idea. Seize clerical holdings and sanction holy war can currently be used because we are a feudal theocracy. Interesting. Spend military power to sanction a holy war to get a claim on all neighboring provinces currently owned by neutral or enemy heretics or heathens. Huh. And minus 15% construction cost for 50 admin power for 5 years. I don't know how big of a deal that really is. We can start on great projects. I'm not going to be too concerned about that at this exact moment. What we need to do right now is start eliminating forts. A lot of these like interior forts in here, they are simply unnecessary. I wish that we could destroy these from the outliner. Sadly, we can't. We're just going to have to go through and get rid of a bunch of these. But each of these is costing us 1 gold per month, and we've got like 300 of them. This is going to be very tedious, I'm afraid. This is a great start to the series. Okay, maybe I'm not going to do that all right now. We can convert provinces to Zoroastrianism. We can choose a ritual here. Goods produced is awful good. How is our religious unity? 65%? Okay, I think I'm not too concerned about our missionary strength at this exact moment. We'll get started on that, and rekindling the royal fires would do pretty well too. Half a point of prestige and legitimacy per year, and 20% manpower in true faith provinces until the end of the game. Done. Embrace Icelandic identity. Probably not. We're probably not going to do that one. Okay. So, what are we looking at for our navies? We've got 9 heavy ships, 24 transports, and 14 light ships. Sure. Our armies are awkward. What is our combat width? 20. Okay. Honestly, these cavalry setups are reasonably fine. A little much on the cavalry in... this one. Oh my. All of these forts. All of the forts. And there's no real way to, like, cut the fort maintenance on all of them simultaneously. Yeah, we need to get rid of some of these. There's no doubt about it. So we need to do this, and it's going to be painful. No doubt about it. I was thinking about potentially pausing the video here and just doing this off camera. I think I'm not going to, and that is a conscious decision because I want everyone to experience my pain. Like, I have to share this with someone. This is a lot, though. This is a whole lot. We mostly don't want forts at all. That's mostly what we're looking for here. Just no forts. I really wish that there was a way to do this in, like, the building outliner here, but alas, there isn't. Out of curiosity, I know that we don't have the tech for this right now. I wish that we could look at the... oh, we actually can. We could look at how much we would make. Okay, yeah, there's some good ones there. Fantastic. It's also really laggy when we open that because of how many provinces we already have. Like I said, I was not expecting there to be particularly a large amount of challenge going into Europa here. And our challenge is mostly going to be internal. I did want to look at our governing capacity. Yikes. However, all of these are already pre-stated and I believe pre-cored. So because these are all pre-cored and pre-stated, that means that we're never basically going to be able to ever have additional states in this game. So everything that we take from here on out is going to be territorial cores. Almost certainly. That said, we are wildly over our admin cap, and you can see that massively increases our stability cost modifier and our advisor costs and our core creation cost, our improved relations, and our aggressive expansion impact. That core creation cost is going to be the biggest thing there. I'm not too concerned about the rest of it. I'm not going to go too ham on the advisors just yet. I want to get our economy super online, which it currently isn't because of our ridiculous number of forts. The forts do need to be gotten rid of, and this will help our economy. This will put us into the positives in our economy. We're not quite in the positive situation right now. We're at minus 233.3. Fair enough. We'll max out rooting out corruption for right now. That'll be okay. And, I mean, it's mostly just this fort maintenance at this point. So that's okay. This first episode, we might not actually get to unpause because we are deleting so many forts. I like it. Actually, I don't like it. I wish it hadn't imported all these forts. I hate forts in Europa. I feel like they're just kind of pointless most of the time. I would rather just fight the enemy armies and defeat them and stack wipe them rather than have them siege our forts. Under some circumstances, it's nice, but I generally don't feel like it's worth the maintenance cost. Certainly not to have them spammed like this. Absolutely under no circumstances is that what we want. So we will continue eliminating this. By the way, we do have a vassal. That is, if we go into our subjects, that is these guys right here. You can kind of see it there. Kinda. They're not super strong, but we did import a vassal. So that's something to think about. We're going to have some pretty major peasant issues, I think, looking at the state of this. So that's something to think about. We're going to have to do quite a bit of rebellion squashing in this early game, and we're going to need to kind of beeline exploration, because if you look at this, we can see basically nothing except our own territory. So honestly, we need to focus admin power right now and start working on that. We could even go for like this +3 advisor here, but that's going to be very expensive. Actually, this -2 unrest is probably better for us. He costs like a fifth of what the level 3 does, and the -2 national unrest is actually huge here. Because if we go into here, look at that. We just instantly dropped about 50 provinces having unrest, and those that do have unrest are at 0.5. So let's see here. Like this one out over here. Intolerance, non-accepted culture, religious unity. Fair enough. As far as accepted cultures go, what do we have? None of those have any development. This might update once we tick forward. I think that that's going to be a thing. As I said, I don't expect there to be external challenges in this game. I expect there to be internal challenges in the early game, and then we'll steamroll in the mid to late game. Is how I expect this to go. But we'll get this sorted, and eventually we'll have all these castles deleted. Eventually. There's a lot of them, no doubt about that. I do want to alter our armies over here, but right now is not the time to do that. We have a little bit of manpower to start with. A little bit. But yeah, our economy is by far the biggest concern right now. I mean, we're obviously the most powerful nation in the world, right? We're starting in that place because of our ridiculous Crusader Kings game. But we're definitely going to have internal issues. I think that's very clear. These guys would be... They're probably not actually going to raise up, though. But we certainly need to focus internally in this early game on our economy and on our exploration. I want to get colonization going very early. I think that's going to be very important. I also feel like we have a very good chance of having institutions spawn in our territories, which would be absolutely amazing. We would love that, but I actually want to check. We are on dynamic institutions, so when are the institutions going to spawn? Renaissance is going to be 1450. These are all default, I think. Okay, cool. So we've got feudalism. Renaissance isn't going to spawn for quite some time, so we've got some time to get our economies going here. I highly doubt that any AI are going to declare war on us. So realistically, I don't think we need any forts. This is a ridiculous amount of fort deletion, and if I had realized that before I started the episode, I might have done it beforehand. Maybe. That said, in my opinion, this is like peak content. Like, this is amazing. I would watch this all day. I'm lying about that, I'll be honest. I probably wouldn't. But yeah, I'm definitely finding this entertaining, just how many castles we have to delete with this import. I'm not surprised by it, to be clear. But it is extreme. No doubt about that. We have gotten a lot of them deleted. We might actually get this finished up before the end of the episode. Actually, looking at the timing, we're doing pretty well as far as time goes, all things considered. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that. Once we have all these deleted, I'm going to be comfortable ticking forward. As far as our troop count goes, I mean, we will deal with our armies a bit later on. We do have one of our armies taking attrition, which isn't ideal, obviously. But we'll just do something like this. And I want to put basically all of our money that we have into our economy. Our economy is not the strongest importing into Europa. It was pretty good in Crusader Kings, but that doesn't appear to have imported quite as well as I might have hoped, but that's fine. Okay. This is, of course, incredibly ridiculous, and I got a message indicating when I started it up that the previous save, which was this save that I loaded, and we made in the final Crusader Kings episode, was eligible for achievements, which I thought was strange because it wasn't Iron Man. But then it said that if we loaded it, it would no longer be eligible for achievements because we're using the import mod. And I'm like, oh, okay, I don't think it was eligible for achievements anyway, but sure. I don't exactly care about that right now. So that's India basically completed. Fantastic. We're going to head up over this way and continue to delete a ludicrous number of forts. How are we doing on our income at this point? Honestly, I'm content to tick forward the moment we get this to positive, which would be like 78 more forts. Is what we need. It would be ideal, though, not to tick it forward until we get all of these deleted. So that way we can put the most amount of gold into our economy. Of course, we can't invest gold into our economy right now. We need to bump up our admin tech. And that is something we will be very interested in doing. We may actually want to get level 2 advisors or even just level 1 advisors for our other locations or for our other types here. I guess this level 2, well, that's 21.32 monthly. I think I'm going to go for War.Nurta here. We don't really care about the spy network construction. I'm just spending 5.33 gold per month on the single point of diplomatic power. And what do we got here? Okay, both of these are too expensive, I think. We're going to go for this guy. That'll be fine. As our economy comes more online, we'll be able to upgrade those to like level 5 advisors. That'll be no real problem. We'll continue to delete forts here, and we of course need to delete another 10 to make up for those. I want to check out over this way. Okay, we've got a few out in England here that we should probably get rid of to say that Europe is under our control. Or rather, not under our... Of course Europe's under our control. Europe is no longer forted, shall we say. We cannot afford to fort this hard. That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. We can get rid of that as well. A lot down in Africa still, but I want to get this area done with. We're getting close to having all these deleted, actually. This is some very, very exciting content, I'm sure. Perfect. Okay, another fort over here. Was that the last one? No, this one is. Cool. And we might have some things get revealed out here on the month ticks. That is definitely a possibility. Let's get zoomed in slightly. And there's a fort here that we missed, but I believe... No, that's not our capital fort. Now it's a capital fort. Okay, how are we doing on our economy? Minus 43.62. Okay, so we need to get like 44 more forts gone. And I'm pretty sure between the Middle East and Africa here that we can handle that. Okay. Get rid of all of these guys. It's a ridiculous number of forts. I know I've been saying that a lot, but it's true. This is like a total of 500 forts. Or actually, it's almost 400 forts. It was like 388 that we were paying for forts. So it's almost 400 total forts that we are getting rid of here. Luckily, this is going fairly quickly. I thought it would take longer to get rid of 400 forts, to be honest. I had a hard time selecting that province. There we go. Okay. Few more up the Nile. Get rid of this one next. And this one. Cool. So many forts. This is just peak first episode content. I love it. Amazing. But we're almost done. We are incredibly close to done with getting rid of these forts now. So, how much are we paying in fort maintenance right now? Well, we need to go into here to have it be updated. 24. We are now positive in gold, but only 24 more forts to get rid of. I love it. Okay. I'm deeply unconcerned about the AI declaring war on us. I'm much more concerned about getting our economy online and getting our admin tech up. That is very, very important, of course. We've only got a couple more forts left here. I want to get rid of literally every fort we have. I generally don't use forts in Europe. Okay. 3 more. Did not nail that button. Sounds good. And I believe that's all of them. We're paying 1 gold for a fort in Sleipzig. Where are you at? Right, this one. I think it was hiding behind that nameplate. Cool. Okay, so with that done, that's exciting. We got that finished, and we do have this unit here. Okay, I'm just checking the supply limit here. I think we just divide this force in half and move them out into cars. Okay, at this point, we can pick a blessing, and I do think the goods produced modifier is the way to go. This cannot be undone later, but I think that we will appreciate that. We can actually pick more blessings, and can we get all of them? I mean, governing cap modifier would be amazing. We can get 1, 2, 3, 4. We control 4 out of 5 holy sites. Ah, Daman needs to be converted. Gotcha. We're going to go for missionary strength, and then we're going to go for construction cost, and then we're going to go for governing cap modifier. We'll get the yearly corruption as the last one. We need to convert Daman, so let's go into our faith here. How many... Oh, we have 2 missionaries? Okay. Where's Daman? Let's sort by name, and let's get to Daman. There's a lot here, of course, that needs to be done. Daman. This one. Okay, we'll get that one done. Fantastic. We can use a feudal theocracy action, and for now, seizing clerical holdings isn't too useful. As far as the estates go, I do want to add privileges here. Specifically, I want to get primacy of the nobility. And yeah, our crownland is going to be low. I want to get the religious state because we want this power badly. And then I want to get land of commerce. Cool. And we're going to not seize land right now. We are next going to go for something for... Actually, we should check the nobility loyalty equilibrium. As long as it's at 50%, that's fine. But I'd like it to be slightly above that. Okay. Aristocratic counselors is probably good. We'll take that for now. We'll get these maxed out a little bit later on. Clerical ministers to reduce our maintenance cost of our missionaries. And... what do we want here? I mean, the commercial advisory board just gets us basically the same thing across the board. And now, equilibrium is going to be... That should be 55. We'll see what happens when we tick forward here. Yeah, we're low on crownland, and we control 0% of land. We're going to have to seize some back, and that's going to be something that we'll do over time. Now, all of these are at 50.0%. This says if they drop below 30 loyalty. They should drop to 30 loyalty. Cool. So we'll seize back a little bit of crownland here. We are going to need to continue to do that repeatedly. We should also go ahead and get ourselves some agendas going here. Okay, so religion in Damagaram, huh? Are we currently converting that? We're not, and we can't get it. Okay. Base manpower and base production. Yikes. We could go for this one. Okay, so that's out over here. All we need to do is bump this up twice. So we bump that up once, and then our military power will allow us to bump that up another time. We'll come back to that in a bit. Let's tick forward on speed 4 for now. Fantastic. Okay, so there's our month's tick. Everything should be updated now. The Roman Liberty Desire is relatively high here. I do want to work on... coming up over here. I want to work on improving their opinion with us. So we'll improve relation. There we go. Cool. So that'll be fine. At this point, what we're primarily focused on is getting our admin tech up. We need to get to admin tech 4 as a very top priority. Oh, I just realized we haven't looked at trade. What do we got going on for trade right now? Where is our main trade port? I have literally no idea. It's hard to say. Where would that be? Up here? I mean, the English Channel would be a pretty good place for it to be. All things considered. Let's see. What is our main trade node? Is it like down over here? Because our capital's over here. This is our main trade node here. Okay, this is currently 47.8 here. We automatically collect there. Okay. We're automatically moving things over this direction. This looks like it's a reasonable setup. I think we're not too concerned about that one. Cool. I wouldn't mind upgrading some of these. I mean, we should probably take a look through them. Ooh, missionary strength. Yes, please. We should probably take a look at what we get from this. Liberty desire from subjects and income from vassals. I'm not too concerned about that one. What about you? Tooltip does not say. At insignificant level, there are no benefits. Okay. Going up, it would give us army drill gain modifier. I mean, that's pretty good. We could work on that. It's completely free, apparently, so we'll get that started. This one over here is also free. If they're free, we may as well get those timers going, right? Like, just to get it to insignificant level? Do it. They appear to all be free at insignificant level. But that first one, I think, was not insignificant level. Yeah. No, that is still free. Okay, so we'll get them all going since they're currently free. They'll also be done today. Yes, they're just instantly good to go. Okay, so now we can start those upgrades. Surprisingly, it just changed it. Right. So this is 2,500 gold. I think that's definitely not worthwhile right now. Trade efficiency and global trade power is pretty good, but that is 5,000 gold. We are making 106.08 per month right now. It's an economy investment. Let's do it. What else do we have here? That was also trade? Do it. Okay. Now we don't really have the cash to continue that, but that's fine. A generation of cowards, huh? I don't care about 22,000 manpower. I really don't. We're maximum of 126k, so we're wildly over our maximum. It's fine. We're going to have Admin Tech 4 in about a year. That's fantastic. But it is already time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will properly start ticking forward and hopefully getting our economy properly online. I mean, it's already pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It's already pretty good. Did I already do the outro? I don't think so. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.
Stolt av vita strömmar